The second coming of Christ is mankind's realization of himself beyond his physical and worldly identities, beyond all ideas. This is why everybody is now questioning, oh, is it a scam? Why are we paying for this? We just supposed to exist. Wait, does existing cost something? They're realizing the ideas of their own creation, because the world we live in today was created by people that's not even here anymore, and it's always going to be like that. The foundation we lay today will be lived by a generation that don't know what's going on. Hope it don't doom them. But the point is that humanity begins to realize past ideas. Well, no, I'm not a man or a woman or a father or a son or black or white or American or fucking Canadian or none of that. But see, many people are stopping. You know, it's taking steps like, well, no, I'm not a black man. I'm a native or some shit. No, I'm not a husband. I'm a human. Oh no, I'm not a provider. I'm a human being that's just wanting to do good for his family, and I want some appreciation or whatever. See what I'm saying? Everybody's going beyond ideas one way or another. But the full route is not being expressed in its entirety because not a lot of people really can see what's happening because they haven't seen themselves beyond that point. The Big Bang gave life to all memory, genetic memory, atomic memory, unconscious, conscious, articulate. All forms of memory are birthed from intelligence. That memory compounds on itself and we get the illusion of physical form. Genetic atoms and protons and all of that shit, they remember what to do. That's atomic memory. They remember what to do and they come together in a system of cycles, infinite fucking cycles, down to the infinite scale, cycles and cycles and cycles. And they give us this illusion of solid objects and these reactions and the way things do. It's so precise, which is science. Now that natural development of life, from a seed going into the ground and then just, growing into a tree. It's all there. It just needs to be nurtured, which is the same concept. All of that genetic and atomic memory naturally evolves in the existence within that infinite that it was sprung from, that intelligence that it was birthed from. It naturally develops until you get a human body. This human body now still harboring that intelligence that has always been there, that is with every fucking where, within and without everything, because God is within and around, within and without everything. God is not physical, you get me? So now the next stage of evolution beyond physicality is not us growing legs and wings. It's us realizing, it's the final loop. Like this, look. Intelligence, the singularity, memory birthed from that. Memory evolves, genetic, atomic, it keeps going. The human animals, fish, monkeys, the human human then realizes he is that intelligence that birthed it, and then so on. Now this human being has completed that cycle. That infinite cycle. But now it is no longer a cycle because he is free from it. He is no longer identified with this world, with his physicality. He has now become like Christ. He knows himself and all things in identity as the infinite. He cannot look at you and not see his brother or sister or whatever you talking about. When he says me, he is not referring to this physical form or this body, this hair, this skin color, this race, or this money, or this poverty, or this wealth, or whatever. When this individual speaks, he won't know himself. He'll just know. And now, free from the world, he can operate in the world with ease. So building a society, having a fucking family, making money, if anything, and I'm not even talking about like on some Lord Christ shit. I'm just saying if you experience the dimension of yourself that goes beyond this physicality, that is beyond this physicality, just for a moment, fam, not only will you never stop meditating and sitting and paying attention to this same shit, your perception naturally clears up and you'll naturally see the errors in whatever you're doing, why it ain't working. Oh, I see it. Oh, what's that? Oh, I see it. That's why when you tell somebody to do what you think is best, people be like, well, nah, what he think is best is fucking stupid. That's the problem. Nah, the problem is, a human being should be able to trust his vision. But if he does not know himself beyond his physicality, his vision is no different than the fucking dog. I promise you. He just has the ability to create guns and bombs. Oh shit. So he's still on the same tribal survival shit and only being pushed out of it and forward by just natural evolution. He's failed to realize what's really happening because he's failed to realize himself. Once there is distance between his body, his mind, this material world, and all the little ideas and identities he's built up out here in this, his vision begins to clear from that point. Like you can trust that his bright idea ain't to like go off some shit or commit an atrocity or whatever. And when it comes to the people that are deciding what to do and they saying, well, shit, the best thing we could do is just like get rid of X, Y, and Z. They'll see solutions beyond those people. It's not about being smart. Like, you should want people around that can see things that you can't see, or you should want to be able to see things that others can't see, because that, the fuck, like, that's, ain't that the whole point of, like, ain't we supposed to be like learning shit and passing it on as far as everybody else concerned? But you get what I'm saying. But yeah, the second coming of Christ is us realizing ourselves beyond this worldly form, beyond this physical identity, beyond these ideas, these identities of body, human, family, friends, race, religion, status, creed, all of that. Once we are then free from this material world and this society that we created while trapped in our ignorance, then we can begin to not only see this world better because we see ourselves better, but we can now recreate a new society consciously. What's best for the kids for real? Let's really look at it. Let's not just be going off memory. What's really best for it? Let's see this. Let's look at this system. What this mind and emotions really do when it comes to success and failure? Are the statistics like they are because they just are unchangeable and that's just how humans is? Or are they like they are because that's just how the humans we currently are? If we increased our levels of conscious perception as it relates to our identity, do those statistics look different in a closed group or a community or a system or a country or a society or whatever? So yes, the second coming of Christ is just the manifestation of the infinite God, spirit, universe, Allah, master, whatever you want to call it, within the majority of human beings on the planet, by them realizing themselves beyond their ideas of a finite, limited existence and realizing themselves as that infinite that they are. Not them realizing who or what they are, but them just realizing that they just are, and they always have been, and there's never been another, and all ideas and experiences of another only come from the illusions of this identity with this body and this flesh and this material world and the ideas in it. Then they become free from the world, if even just a little, and then they begin to change themselves, and then whatever they're doing, whether they wish it to or not, becomes a benefit and an aid in the world.